In this activity, we're going to be matching decimals and percentages together. It should be quite straightforward because there's a very close link between percentages and decimals. Complete the table here with the matching cards. On this side, the fraction, on this side, the decimal. So the fraction side must be this one because it's the only fraction. So we put that one in the fraction side. And then we're looking for the decimal that matches that percentage, or matches that fraction. Okay, well 3/10 is that one there, 3/10, because there's 3 in the tenths place. That's all that means, 3/10, and there's 3 in the tenths place. So they are the same. Another one, fraction and decimal. So we've got one fraction, so it must be that one. 1/10 is the same as having 1 in the tenths place. It's easy peasy. It's a little bit harder here. Fraction, decimal, percentage. Which one have we got one of? We've got one fraction, so that one must be the one we're looking for. So first of all, we'll do the decimal. 4/10, 4 in the tenths place. Percentage, 0.4 is the same as 40%. Okay. Basically, the way to think about it is that 1 is 100%. So a decimal is just less than 100, obviously, and in this case 40, because it's 4 in the tens place, it's 40 hundredths. If you popped a little 0 in the hundredths place, you would see that it's 0.40 or 0 and 40 hundredths. Well, hundredths are percentages. That's all a percent is. It is a hundredth. So if you can see that it's 40 hundredths, then it's 40%. That's going to help us when we get some more complicated ones, hopefully. Fraction here must be a fifth, so we're looking for a fifth. If you're not sure what a fifth is, and you think, oh, I haven't got 5 here, I thought it'd be 0.5 because it's fifth. That's not the case. So think about what it's going to be as a fraction. If you've got 1/5 of it, then you're going to have 5 lots of it in 100%. So you're going to have 5 60s in 100%, or you're going to have 5 90s in 100%, or are you going to have 5 20s to make 100%? Hopefully you said 5 20s make 100%. And now you've got the percentage. Finding the decimal is easy. What decimal looks a lot like that percentage? Well, if we popped a 0 in the hundredths place here, we'd have 20 hundredths. And I've just told you on the previous question that 20 hundredths or hundredths is the same as percentages. So once you've found the percentage, you can easily find the decimal. Or once you've found the decimal, you can easily find the percentage. Those two go together very closely. The fraction's the hard bit here. Let's have one more. The fraction here is a half. Let's have 2 more, because we can obviously know that half is 0.5 and 50%. Let's spin on. Here's a slightly easy one again. Ah, dear. Let's just do one more hard one, just to show you one more hard one. And 2/5 is fantastic. 2/5. So 2/5, we can remember back to our previous question that we had back here, where we found out what 1/5 was. 1/5 was 0.2 and 20%. That might help us if we remember that far back. If you don't remember that far back, then just think to yourself, right, I need to find out, I've got 2/5 of something, so I need something that there's 5 of in 100%. So 5 somethings make 100. That's the bottom number here, the denominator. 5 watts to get 100. Well, 5 20s is going to be 100, but I've not got one of them, I've got 2 of them. So I've got 2 20s, which is 40. So it's 0.4. Okay, that's probably the hardest one you're going to get here, is when you've got like things like 2/3, or if you've got 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. So if you need to remember that one we had earlier, remember that 1/5 is 20%, and then sort of go from there. If 1/5 is 20%, then 2/5 must be 40%.